I am not grieving the loss of Brazil in the World Cup. No, I am not. I am not happy that we lost it either. I am a Brazilian with dreams of growth and of helping my community here in Águas Belas. I want peace, relief, and creation of possibilities as more education to my country. Independent education, I mean. Bilingual education, citizenship education, love to the environment where we live, this kind of education I want it. And I have been doing this for the past 6 years here with thousands of people impacted by the school that I created, the Dream Big With Me school. And my students and my friends that help and volunteer here, they have been fantastic, they have been awesome. I am not a leftist, I'm not a centrist, I'm not a right, I'm not a liberal, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a conservative, I'm not a Republican, I'm not part of those green movements. Although I love nature, and although me and my students, we plant a lot of trees around here, I am an amateur, independent teacher. I am a peaceful activist, if you so will to call me. I am none of the organized constructs. I am a citizen of this planet, and I am here for one purpose. And this purpose, which is to teach languages, to teach coexistence and peace. Peace is something big in what I teach my students. I want them to get along with everybody else. My sole motivation is giving a chance to boys and girls from Águas Belas. I mean, not only from Águas Belas, but wherever I cannot even say that. Wherever I am able to touch, to visit, to interact, to go. And that is all I think is all I ever wanted to be. I searched high and low for this kind of stuff in so many ways. I met people. I hung out with some influentials. I have lived during storms of my life, many storms, many ups and downs. I still do. I still have these shortcomings. Money short is one of those things. I help out a lot here, help families, I help some of the people that don't have. I do not know what vacation is. I am not complaining either. I feel frustration once in a while. I feel weak, but then I feel strong. My family sometimes understands all that I'm going through and they support me. My students always understand me. People that want to help, some do it for the right reasons, others only promise. Others want a name for them in what we do in our school. I don't like that. I am still here. Having learned and still learning, I would say to you, painful lessons, witnessing black holes of necessity. Some people around us are going through necessities and we come and help. Some people have lost everything and have lost amazing members of the families, and we come to their aid. We help them through their grievance. And I'm still learning these painful lessons over here, and we help any way we can, but I'm always near safety and peace and balance. Balance comes and fulfills my life because I have adapted a system in my life that I can go through those things. So if I have balance, if I have peace, I have resilience, and I can come back up and continue doing what I've been doing for a while. That's the truth. Sometimes I do feel useless. I take these breaths between each devastating piece of news of further suffering and heartbreaks that always knocks on my door, always knocks on the door, Dream Big With Me. But I rejoice in our little victories, or I'd say big victories, with our small actions that cause enormous result. We have the family. This past week now, I asked help for all the students in this family. They lost the father, and there are 6 kids in this family. The students came along and brought a lot of food, so we gave to them, and we're gonna do it again because they need it. They don't have a breadwinner anymore. I know they're gonna have to try to get by and try to find ways, but we're gonna be helping. It takes a toll, but it's still a pleasure. Some people approach me not just to help the community, but to maybe gain viciously out of this, trying to use Dream Big with me as a how can I say, a stage, a platform for whatever their agenda is. But I am not interested in political parties that do not build upon pillars of peace. They do not build upon real pillars of education. They don't have any interest in that. I hate their intentions, actually. I am not interested in how can I say, in citizens groups, they're religious, that don't do anything else for the sake of community or the sake of just doing what is good. I'm not interested in groups that do not understand what kindness is. In Dream Big with me, with all my students and visitors that came from other countries, we have learned a lot about kindness. I don't care about people that they don't invest in peace. I know many people in Brazil and many places of the world are already doing amazing things for education, investment on children that are geniuses, they're genius. Giving them a chance, people that love peace in places where war and conflicts are a reality. Those people are real heroes. They are real heroes for me. I really look up to them, I need support. I want to have support at Dream Big with me. Support is needed for a place to function. I know that. Where we will continue teaching, where we will inspire others to learn and teach, where we find human capital. There's a lot of it here. Social capital, influence capital. Man, I'm stumbling my words today. And we're going to wait for the monetary capital to join us in building so many new things, thus helping poverty in this place, in this community, to be destroyed. We can definitely have more peace if we have a well-functioning government, which is not our case. Not even Águas Belas or the state of Pernambuco or Brazil. It's not. We need luck for that kind of stuff. We need honest people. I want my students to grow up and be these honest people that are going to help me change my community. Indeed, to be in those roles, we need luck. But I choose to work in my organization that needs your support, accepting the rights of others. I'm going to teach them to that teaching the importance of water and clean air. I'm going to keep teaching that, and the importance of the environment. I want to be partners with people with their high level of human capital and compassion, and yes, low levels of corruptions. We don't want people here with second thoughts, second interests. In our town, there are many corrupt people, even in churches here. Many of those people in church over here that are against my work, they're corrupt. They don't have a very honest life, and they want to sort of push this holier than thou kind of fake behavior, which no, I cannot accept that. And so I want to inspire my students and my family members to have amazing relationships with the neighbors, with people of the town. I want to be helping my students to work, to study, and to be able to attain all that they need. At least show them the way, all resources needed for their betterment, nourishment, medical care, access to secular education, colleges, and so on. That's getting their lives all worked out. I cannot do the impossible, but I can, show the way. I work with the construction of information at Dream Big currently. We deal with English and Japanese, and of course our mother tongue, Portuguese. We cannot stop now. I encourage my students to read. I encourage them to read books, comic books. One of the things I want to do in the future is to offer my students music, and art. We have not done much in that department yet, but I dream of having means to afford instruments and all supplies for art, drawing, and much more. I want to equip my boys and girls here in Águas Belas with what they need. And one day they can leave Águas Belas and go to the United States and England and Africa, Europe, Asia, all the beautiful countries in South America. We have so many amazing countries like Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay. Those are beautiful, beautiful countries to here. Bolivia. I want them to go to places in Africa. Africa is beautiful. Places in Asia. I love Asia. I love Japan. I want my students to be able to go around the world, end up in Australia and in India, whatever, other places, South America, of course. We love Japan and other amazing countries as Thailand, South Korea, China, so many beautiful places. We know these things are not impossible. Brazil is an important key in all of that. We are from here, we're Brazilians. My students will find resources in bigger cities here like Recife, Rio, São Paulo, the state of Minas, and other amazing towns in Brazil. I do want them to leave with the concept of the culture of peace. Peace is very important, very important. A culture of learning with respect, balance, and reverence for all things that are different, that we do not grasp, that we do not understand. I want to leave them with a culture of dreams. Without dreams, we are nothing. Love, peace, dreams, and faith. Faith in God, and faith in humanity, in a good humanity, in a kind humanity. All these things are important to me. And I hope that all these things are important to you too. I am a dreamer in Águas Belas, Pernambuco, Brazil. I teach the kids over here. I help them to go after the dreams. We do need support. Need support from friends from all over the world. I would love for you guys to, who knows, maybe come here, spend a week or two, and help us with our endeavors. We are an independent social project, a school, an English school, where we teach Japanese too. And we want our kids to be transformed, so maybe one day they can become leaders, and they can help other kids in Brazil, whoever, God knows where, in this big world. This is it. Signing off. Thank you so much for your patience listening to all this talk, and you guys have a wonderful day. Be blessed.